All right, I'm going to show you how to connect this lovely nGenuity 8100 to use a Bluetooth wireless adapter for recording vitals to extrovert. So right now we just have it plugged into a power here, and we're going to turn it around on the back. The port that we are interested in that we're going to be using is this very top one here. Sometimes there's a cover on these, a little plastic cover that you have to take off first. But yeah, take that off, and then you'll need one of these. So this little, it's called the gender changer. This should be yellow. If it's orange and says null modem, you probably have the wrong one. So make sure it says mini gender changer. First thing first, we're going to attach this to the back of the monitor. Make sure there's no other adapter or anything that's already attached here, because if there is, that could mess things up for us. So we just want the screws in the back, and we're just gonna make sure it's facing the right way. Kind of push it in with our thumb, and then just take a little flathead screwdriver to tighten down these screws. Kind of hard to get in there. If you get it in sideways or you need to take it out or whatever, the easiest way to do that is with some needle nose pliers and just kind of grab the screws. The screws are pretty safe to squeeze. So if you need to pull it out, you can do that, kind of reposition. And these don't have to be super snug, but you definitely want it so it's not like wiggling too much. Okay, next up is the actual wireless adapter part. So this should all come in your kit from Xtart. I'm going to put this on here like this. If you want to double check it real quick for CritiCare, the switches should be right, left, right, left. But if you order it from us and you said CritiCare, this should already come with all this and come pre-configured. So then we can just go ahead and plug this in like so, and then we're going to try to tighten it down. This can be a little bit tricky. So there we go. So now it's nice and stuck. Next up, we need to get this thing power somehow. And there's no USB on the back of the monitor. So to address that, what we do is we sell as part of the kit this little pigtail thing. So what you can do is you can grab this. First of all, unplug the monitor. And you're just going to plug that into the back of this so that you have the thing that you just unplugged and now an outlet. So here, we do that to power it, and then now we can use this little USB adapter, plug it in here, and then plug this in here, and then connect it to the bottom here. So, and at this point, you want to tape this or something so that you kind of get it nice and tight, so it's all bundled up. But at least this way, you don't have to draw another extension cord or something to the back of the monitor. And this way, we now have power for our little Bluetooth adapter. Yeah, so that's step one, getting it all physically connected. This is how it should look when it's done. You know, we still have power to the monitor, and we're all set to go to the next step. Okay, now let's configure our monitor settings to make sure they're correct. So we're going to go push this in, to go to menu, and then turn the knob and select print. And the menu settings that we're interested in here are as follows. So interval print needs to be 5 seconds. Interval print type should be serial. Serial type down here needs to be set to tabular, format CSV, and baud rate needs to be 38,400. And once you have that, you can go back up here, hit exit, and you should be good to go. There's a chance you might need to restart your monitor for these settings to apply, but it should be okay as is. Okay, we've got our monitor all set up. We've got the Bluetooth adapter powered on and blinking here. Make sure this is set to on, the little switch that's up on top of this. And now we're going to pair this to our computer. So on a Mac, this happens to be a Mac, but the process is very similar on a Windows machine. On a Mac, you can hit Command Space, and this thing pops up, and you can type Bluetooth. And that will take you straight there. On a Windows machine, it'll be very similar. You can hit the Windows key and then type Bluetooth, and there you'll be taken to the Bluetooth menu. So at this point, if you're not seeing it, it means that your little device here is not in pairing mode. So it's in pairing mode when it's blinking rapidly like this. Three blinks and then stopping. Inside this little hole is a button, and the best way to push that button is with just a little toothpick. So you can push and hold that, and that should put it into pairing mode if it's not already in pairing mode. This one happens to already be. At least it seems like it was. Let's see. We push and hold that. Okay, we should be seeing it blinking 3 times. So keep pressing it until you see that. Sometimes it'll say generic. Other times it'll say SD1000 like this. I don't really know why it doesn't always have the name, but ideally you're looking for this SD1000 and you want to hit connect, and that should actually pair it. We'll see it move. Okay, so it's going to ask for pin. The pin is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit OK. And now it moves up to connected, and pretty soon it's going to say not connected, which is totally okay. That doesn't mean anything's wrong. It just means that we're not using it, and it disconnects when it's not actively being used, which is great. So at this point, we have paired it to this computer, and we should be good to go to the next step. And now we're going to actually be here in Xchart. So in the upper right-hand corner, you can click on your name, and this little icon here there's an option here for test monitor connection. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to do that, and it's going to just warn you, hey, this is a demo case. Everything is fake except for the monitor connection. That's great. You say, let me add it, and then select CritiCare nGenuity. So we're going to do that, and we're going to say show connection selector. And at this point, we should see an item that is listed here. Even though there's nothing physically connected to this computer at all, there's an item here, a virtual serial port that should be available after we've paired it. And again, it should say something like SD1000, as you see here. I'm going to select, I'm going to click connect, and that should do it. Takes a second, and there you go. Now it's connected to the CritiCare monitor. We don't have any vitals here happening, but we can change that real quick. Let's just turn on some demo mode here. Okay, now simulation mode is enabled on the CritiCare, and we can see that our vitals are coming through here. On the connection, we just select use this connection, and now we have a nice wireless connection to our monitor, and it's showing you, as long as you see that blue bar across the top, it means you're connected and recording vitals. So that should be all that you need. Thanks.